Now, Etienne, are you using an iPhone? Are you an Apple fanboy?
Well, I do use an iPhone. I will hardly call myself an Apple fanboy. Because if you ask me, iPhones are everywhere. If everyone has it, you can't be a fan, right?
Yeah, it's quite hard to stand out if everybody has one, right? And you know what? I agree that it's really everywhere these days. It's not just you and me who've noticed it. Other stompers have noticed it too. In this story sent in by a stomper, he thinks that Generation Y should be relabeled Generation I.
I think he has a point. He explains I stands for the internet as well as for the iPhone. Out of 7 commuters in this picture, 6 of them are engrossed in their iPhone or iPad. Wow, it's a new trend to use your phone on the train, it seems. So SMRT, can you please ensure that the newly installed underground 3G network can cope with the rising demand? It seems like the network is slower than before.
Yeah, if you ask me. Network speed while on the train seems to have taken quite a hit. But that isn't the only thing that is affecting our commuters. It seems that this iPhone addiction fuels some less than considerate behavior. Take this guy who was lying down on a bench just to play with his iPhone.
Sent in by Stomper Forrest Gump, he saw this inconsiderate commuter who took up almost an entire bench at the platform of Clementi MRT station. The commuter was lying down on it, or using his mobile phone without a care in the world.
Well, Stompers have chimed in with some suggestions on what to do to this sloth-like commuter. Stomper Lumberjack says, sit on his face, while Stomper Brandy Morningwood reckons planking fail.
Well, if he was planking, it's pretty obvious that he is failing at planking. Anyway, this isn't the only iPhone-related story. This is another story sent in by Stomper EW Line. She must be a serious commuter to have the name EW Line.
Pretty much, a big fan.
She says, I boarded the East-West Line train towards Pasir Ris at around 7:30 p.m. I saw a girl with a cap on a reserved seat playing with her iPhone. Another ingenious way to act blur and ignore people who really need the seat.
But, oddly enough, Stompers mostly feel like this is really no big deal. Like Stomper Tip 1213 says, we ride the train to enjoy our ride, not to look up everywhere at every time like some crazy mad person just to see if there are any needy people around. They can ask for a seat. I have no obligations on giving up my seat. The reserved seats are a privilege, not a right.
Strong words there. While commuters are not obligated to give up a seat, and while it is certainly not a right, I still think it's the nice and considerate thing to do.
Definitely right. But since I doubt people who really need the seats would, sort of come forward and ask for one, I feel that the onus is on us, able-bodied commuters to just give up our seats when necessary. If we needed asking for every single thing that we do, the world would probably be a much poorer place.
Enough about commuters. Moving on to our next clip where we talk about a hot topic among Singaporeans. Foreigners integrating into Singaporean society.